So dry, so brittle, so barren. What I'm talking about is how hard it is to have ideas when you're in that creativity dry spell. Nothing good comes out of a dry well, nothing good comes out of a dry farmland, nothing gets produced. And it also applies to your creativity. So in today's video, let's talk about how to overcome your creativity dry spell. The first thing that you need to realize when you have a creativity dry spell is dry moments happen more often than not. And it's but natural, so don't be scared that sabihin mo, ala, wala akong maisip, what should I do? Don't worry so much. It's natural. Simply put, we are not geared to be milked and squeezed out beyond our abilities. Our minds have that maximum effort and that maximum capacity as well, and they have legs to go through and transcend. So don't fret if your mind stops being creative. It's like you're hitting that dead end continuously and you can't make a U-turn, hindi ka makabalik kung saan ka nanggaling, and nandun ka lang. I want to call this the dry spell of creativity. It can be here for a few days. It can be here for, some people I've read, they have creativity dry spell even for several years. But relax. Know that even in the midst of having a creativity dry spell, there can be sprouts of, greens, sprouts of new ideas, sprouts of inspiration. But you have to really be keen about looking at those sprouts. Kung makakapag-picture ka in mind ng isang malaking taniman or isang malaking palayan, kapag dry season, wala ka naman makikitang green, diba? Pero try mong pumunta mismo dun sa palayan na yun or sa taniman na yun. You'll see sprouts of new grass. It may not be rice or corn, but it's still life in that barren land. That's how our creativity dry spell experience looks like most of the time. And it's not like comparing it to a total blackout na wala kang magawa pag totally blackout, as in wala kang makita diba? Paano kung wala kang flashlight, wala kang kandila, wala kang emergency light, diba? Wala ka talagang gagawin. You're gonna be sitting there waiting for the light to come back on. But in a creativity dry spell, there are chances that you can really find new inspiration, but kailangan talaga matalas yung mata mo. So if I'm experiencing a creativity dry spell, what should I do? So here are some things that you need to do. These are based on my experience. Number 1, stop trying, start finding. In parenthesis, inspiration. Most of us would try to re-edit or recycle, even rewrite or reformat our creative style just to see if something would work kasi yung mind mo is in a new perspective or in a new place. But when your creative mind has really run dry, a new feeling would not help it. Though your creativity might move an inch, parang EDSA na traffic, parang inch by inch, usad pagong, it won't be enough to jumpstart back, parang expressway of ideas ulit yung mind mo. No. So meaning, if your mind has stopped being creative, you should also physically, even you have that certain will that you say, I wanna squeeze my mind out, you have to really learn to also stop and respect your mind. We need to start finding for new inspiration. Find inspiration in a place where you believe you'll be at ease rather than being in a place where you are stressed, you feel boxed, you feel that you are in a stern position of trying to squeeze out everything, but to no avail. Second thing is, you need to quit struggling with your mind. Parang pareho lang yun doon sa una. Hindi. Okay, we're talking about respecting your mind kanina and also starting to find new inspiration. Now, this is really the action wherein you really quit struggling with your mind. As in, stop. Your mind can be your friend and also your enemy. Siguro try as you might, when your mind doesn't want to be creative now, you really won't expect anything from it. When you are creatively dry, the only option is really to rest. And the more we struggle and compare with our mind during this period, it wouldn't help you. It would lower the chance that we can go back up where we were before our creative dry spell. It's not worth it to stress about it. Really push yourself to the limits when you're creatively dry. The third one is you need to write when inspiration strikes. This is actually the first principle I've learned from the mentors I had. Having your notes ready when something strikes your mind. Sabi nga natin kanina, diba, there will be sprouts of certain inspirations, and those inspirations are worthy to be written down. Alam mo yun, hindi mo naman alam kung kailan magsastrike ulit yung inspiration sa'yo, diba? So, grab it while it's there. The fourth thing would be, I would suggest that you explore places alone, as in by yourself, and just walk, explore, have a vacation wherever. Other people would suggest that if you run out of ideas, you should retreat or go into seclusion or in a place of quiet. Well, you deserve that. Yeah. Everyone does. For a creative mind, you must understand that quietness is an enemy technically. I mean, I'm speaking from experience. Creative people would like to see a certain level of adventure and exploration. Because yung mind mo nga gusto niya maghanap ng iba diba? Gusto niya maka-experience ng iba. Paano kung peace and quiet lang? You're just hearing your breathing, and then all of a sudden, maiisip mo na yung struggle mo na, oh, I'm creatively dry, how to overcome this, instead of you na nalilibang ka. Yeah, that's the term. Kailangan libangin mo yung sarili mo in order to find that new inspiration. And the fifth one is authenticity is key. So in a situation where you are in a high pressure, you need to stop people pleasing. No, most of the time, kapag creatively dry ka, ang last resort mo is to copy someone else. But actually, that won't work. You need to still be your authentic self. So, be real with yourself and others. You may be asking, how does being authentic even relate to your dry spells as a creator? It's as simple as this. If you want to write something to speak about or do a video about, should you speak from other people's perspective or should you speak from your own heart? Always remember that your own story can't be contested. So those are the 5 things that I did during my creativity dry spell. If you're a follower of Spacefellow, you've noticed that Snap has been in hiding for some time now. Maybe it's a month and a half already since this new episode came out. I've run into a creative dry spell. Actually, hindi lang siya creative dry spell Every time I'm gonna plan to write or either shoot the video, may sakit ako. Diba? So, bukod sa creative dry spell, meron ding physical ailments na nangyayari. So, what did I do? It's these 5 things that you've just watched. So, losing inspiration on what you love to do is such a pain. However, dead ends could be also blessings. You may not see the turnaround overnight, but you're being led to a process that really could better your craft, could better your skills, and also your creativity. Just remember, creativity can be found everywhere. It's not just in your office or in your home studio or whatever. Don't let your limitations box you in. And that's it for our episode today. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Snap. Make sure to leave us a comment and leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button below so you'll stay updated on new uploads from our team here at Spacefellow. And this has been Stephen, and thanks for tuning in again. Until next time, bye!